أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولله ملك السماوات والأرض والله على كل شيء قدير. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I recited Surah al-Imran, Ayat number 189. In this ayat, we understand that supremacy belongs to Allah. Kingdom of the universe belongs to Allah. And everything of the universe is under control of Allah. So why we are away from Allah's mercies and blessings? Why are we following our own desires? Why we are away from the light that is hidden in following Quran or Sunnah? So this is the time to understand and reconnect with Allah after doing Tawbah Astaghfar, so that we can get the blessings and mercies of Allah in this world and the world hereafter. It is the situation within this world and the ruling in this world that when we are living in a country, the president, prime minister, or the king of that country, who is running the country, that person has made some rules and regulations. All the people living in the country, they have to follow that one. And if the people who are not to follow, who became disobedient, that person will have to be fined or will have to put into the prison. So the punishment is written in the rules, regulations, and the person has to take that. But think the whole universe. And now think about this, the whole earth. How many countries are there on the earth? And who is the owner of all? Who is the king of all? That is only Allah. And Allah has given us the rules, regulations in the form of Quran and Sunnah. It is compulsory to follow that. Think now, are we following that? And Allah's slave are on our shoulders, and they are writing all of our movement. And at the day of judgment, the book of our deed will be given to us. So keep in mind that the day of judgment will be dangerous for us if we are deviating from the rules and regulations of Allah. Because that is the time, the day of justice, the day of resurrection, the day of decision for the hell and for the paradise. So there is no bribery at that day. You can't do anything there. So whatever you have done in this world, what was the situation of your iman and what was the situation of your deeds, that will be countable there. So this way we have to look that day of judgment we have to be answerable, and our deeds are before us, because angels who are writing all that, they will show it to Allah, and Allah will hand over to the person, and the person's decision will be made that day, either in hell or in paradise. Think now, Allah, walillahi mulku samawati wal ard. For Allah the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. When Allah's disobedience is on the surface of the earth, then Allah destroys those people, and total destruction. You can see so many examples in the form of people of Ad, people of Samud, people of Fir'aun, people of Nuh, people of Lut alayhi salam, all destroyed. When you are to be disobedient to the rules, regulation of Allah, then Allah will give you a limit. And after that limit, then destruction possible. Is there anyone to compete Allah? No. Is there anyone to have a courage to say anything before Allah? No. When Allah wants something to happen, Allah say only one word, kun. Fayakun. So kun, so it should, fayakun, it is done. When Allah wants for something to do, Allah say only kun. Fayakun, that thing is done. There is no time at all. So quick process. Allah knows everything. So Allah can do everything. But keep in mind, in this world, when you are driving your car, just to look at the red light, you stop your car. But when you are going to be disobedient of Allah, to commit a sinful practice, that time you don't think that Allah is watching you. Then your red light is not coming in your mind. But this red light which is visible before you, you just look and stop your car. But why you are not to stop your legs and your body parts to do the bad thing, the sexual sinful things, the other sinful things, stealing, bribery, and cheating people, deceiving someone, and you are not thinking that time? Where is your mind that time? It means the worldly rules, regulations are more important than the rules, regulations of Allah in your mind. Then who is your Lord? Think now. Your Lord is the worldly rulers, whom rules, regulations you are following, or your Lord is Allah, whose rules, regulations you have to follow, but you are away from that. That is the main thing. Who is more important before you? This is the point. In this world you have been sent to human beings and the demons. They will be accountable. all other creation of Allah is following commands of Allah. Have you seen the sun rising or setting in north or south? Because sun is not to be disobedient to Allah. Moon is not disobedient to Allah. Look at every creation in the world. Every creation is obedient to Allah except human being and the demons, the jinn. So look at the trees. Allah made them, they are in sajda position. And look at the animals. They have been made in the ruku position. They are bowing down before Allah. Look at the human being. Allah created human being in standing form. Now it is on the person's mind if he or she wants bow down before Allah. If don't want, then stand up like shaitan. So it is depending on you. Do you want to follow shaitan or you want to follow Allah's command? If you want to follow Allah's command, then you bow down before Allah and say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Then you have limitations. You have to stay within the limits. You are in the boundary. You are not allowed to cross the boundary. That is the boundary of Islam. Boundary of Quran and Sunnah. You are under limited. Your life becomes limited. You have limits. You are not to cross the limits. Otherwise, you will be the biggest disobedient person of Allah. And keep in mind, Wallahu ala kulli shayin qadir. Wherever you are, Allah's angels are writing all of your deeds, every movement, every time. And Allah's control is everywhere where you are. You can't escape out from the universe of Allah. Do you think that Allah's power is so strong? A germ that was unseen, Allah made that germ so much powerful. The biggest power of the world, they bow down before this germ, which was unseen. Think now. And this unseen germ, it stopped all types of indecent and sexual evil centers and even alcohol drink pubs. So many things have been stopped working. This is only unseen little thing which is not visible. This is power of Allah. Allah can do anything. Because all the creation of this world is following Allah's command. They are obedient to Allah every time. But the human being doing sinful practice, disobedience to Allah. And because of that, there are earthquakes, floods, storms, famines, hunger, illness, diseases, wars and battles, bloodshed, and so much differences and mental sickness. So many things are the outcome of disobedience of Allah. You think now, people, they are greedy, they are proud, they are arrogant, they backbite, they blame others. They do so many evils which are not allowed, and they cross the limits of Islam according to their own desire. And they are the slave of machine only, not slave of Allah. Machine, like mobile phone is a machine. They are slave of that. Mobile phone is their master, their Rabb. Because prayer time is there. They are still with their praying machine. They are not praying Allah. Because machine is their Lord. Machine is their Allah. They are giving all time to machine. Machine may be computer, maybe iPad, maybe tablet, maybe mobile phone. Look at under the guidance of Holy Quran. So you will see these machines, they are the Lord of the person, because they are following that. They have cut down relationship from Allah. So relationship with Allah is absent, but relationship with machine is preferred every time. We said the people to be, you be a slave of Allah, but they don't want. They want to be slave of machine, slave of mobile and all these things which are giving them lust of worldly entertainment. Keep in mind, these things will give you nothing. If you look at Surah Jasiyah, Ayat number 23, under the light of that, this machine is your Lord, and you are following that. At the day of judgment, Allah will say that the time of worship you spend with this machine, because you have followed this one. You don't follow me. When I was calling you, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, you were busy with this machine. You were so much busy, you never stood up, never bowed down before me. So what will be the reply at that time, and what you will answer there? Think now here. This is the time to think, because at the day of judgment you will have no time at all. Some people say, we have read La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, we will go to the hell for some time. But how long you will go there? Think now how much time you will stay there, because there is no limit. The life is forever there. Do you think how many 1,000 years you will be there? This is in Allah's control. Allah knows everything. But think now that the life hereafter is not under your control. This life here you can control, because Allah gave you full power on it. But you can do up to the limit which has been given. And you like to use your mind, your desires, in order to run your body parts. But at the day of judgment, your tongue will be closed, your body parts will tell Allah that this person made us, forced us to be disobedient to you, O Allah. but you will have no answer there. Keep in mind, you must understand that this world is under control of Allah, and you must follow the commands of Allah in order to make this life better and the life hereafter better. There will be no chance at that day, but you have time now. Bow down before Allah, do tawbah, astaghfar, and make your life according to Quran or Sunnah, so that you may be successful in this world and the world hereafter. Allah give us tawfiq. Ameen.